Kayla? Next, I'll be introducing the Bellabog's. Guess what? Also, Miss Pale. Enough. Sorry. Oh, I never knew.
You're here.
Hey!
Take a look at these beauties.
Oh, wow. Ew. Sick. Or we...
I understand the difficulties that this world is facing, Supreme Guardian. Belobog's current financial burden cannot be pinned on you, nor anyone else for that matter. However, objectively speaking, since Belobog has existed as an independent entity to this day, its debt cannot simply be written off. Oh, it looks like we have some visitors.
Branya! And Topaz? You're here too? I guess you've already started your business talks. We'll get out of your way if...
It's no bother. We've pretty much wrapped things up already anyway. Please consider my plans carefully, Supreme Guardian. If Eurilo 6 wants to rebuild its connections with the rest of the galaxy, your credit record with the IPC will be of great importance.
You've made yourself clear, Miss Topaz. I'll require some time to consider my next course of action.
Naturally. However, while you're deliberating, my colleagues will need to carry out some operations in Belobog. I hope that your subjects in the underworld are... cooperative. I'm sorry our business got in the way of a reunion with old friends. I'll get out of your way.
Is everything alright, Branya? I didn't know Miss Topaz was so... intense. She seemed nice when we met her.
It's good to see you two again. Welcome back to Belobog. I planned a special reception, but I had to deal with an unexpected guest. The lady you just witnessed, she claims to represent the IPC. There's no need to keep either of you in the dark. To tell the truth, I have too much weighing on my mind right now to even think about the Psalmworm Festival. Since you've already made her acquaintance, I needn't explain who she is. I'm sure you've heard pieces of Belobog's history the first time you visited. The Legion's invasion 700 years ago, how the Stellaron brought about the Eternal Freeze. It seems that much of Belobog's history from that time was buried deep beneath the snow. Those memories were lost and weren't passed down to the subsequent generations of Supreme Guardians. Topaz shared with me the story of the Stellaron's descent upon Eurilo 6. How the original outsiders stationed here foresaw the impending disaster and chose to leave in large numbers. Among those outsiders were several investors from the Interastral Peace Corporation. Before they departed, they did something noteworthy. They sought out architects who refused to leave, those who insisted on defending their homes. The IPC provided these architects with significant funds to aid them against the coming disaster. It was with those funds that Belobog was able to construct its immense walls. Even the initial funding for the development of the first batch of automatons was drawn from the same pool.
Wow, that's a pretty incredible story. So, does that mean Topaz's business here is to collect a debt from Belobog?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
That's ridiculous! And what's with the timing? What took them so long to get here? If it wasn't for us eliminating the Stellaron, they'd have nothing to collect. It's obvious they're just trying to take advantage.
According to her account, the repayment period agreed upon by the architects and the IPC investors was 280 years. However, less than a century after the loan was taken out, the connection between Yarillo 6 and the rest of the galaxy was completely severed. The IPC deemed that the disaster had caused irreparable damage and that there was no civilization left to reclaim the debt from. As such, they considered the owed sum permanently lost. It wasn't until the Stellaron crisis was resolved that the IPC discovered that Belobog had survived.
And that's when they sent Topaz over to collect the debt.
And the interest. An astronomical amount. I don't even know how to read such a long string of numbers. Before you both arrived, Topaz warned me that if the payments were delayed, the IPC would give her the authority to employ strong measures.
Oh, I had no idea things were like this. Here I was thinking the IPC had come to rebuild Belobog, not extort it. Yeah, we have to help Bronya out. The IPC is too big and powerful. The Belobogians won't be able to resolve this problem on their own.
You seem to have a deeper knowledge of the Interastral Peace Corporation than I do. But if the records are accurate, and they truly have a presence throughout the galaxy, the IPC could crush Belobog like a bug if they wanted to. I'm glad you're both here. I know you came for the festival, but now I must ask you and the Astral Express for help. Do you think you could persuade Topaz to reevaluate the situation? The Express's reputation precedes it. Perhaps there's still hope?
Have no fear, Bronya. When a friend's in need, the Nameless will always be at their side. Yeah, after all, this girl here is a pretty good negotiator.
Thank you so much, both of you. I'm so sorry for dragging you into more trouble. While you're out looking for Topaz, I'll see if I can think of a strategy to deal with the situation. Best of luck, and stay safe.
Oh, hey! We might as well just be direct and ask her where... Okay, we better
Oh, it's you two again. This is the... Why, of course I will. Meeting friends from the Astral Express is always a moment worth cherishing. What do you make of this painting? I'm no expert, but just from the artist's strokes, I can tell it's no ordinary piece. It portrays a certain kind of sorrow, you know? Not your everyday kind of sadness. It runs much deeper than that. It's as if the artist had condensed history into one poignant but sorrowful image. The artist's brushwork depicts several generations' hardships. Not at all. The analysis of an aficionado. I wouldn't take my word for it. The Express has visited many worlds. I'm sure the Nameless have a far greater knowledge of such things than myself. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, what I'm drawn to isn't the style in which a piece is painted, but its overall value. Its intrinsic value may only be 50,000 credits, but its added value might push the total up to 200,000.
Sorry for crashing your artist party, but we came to talk to you about something else.
Oh? A collaboration between our two sides, perhaps?
Not exactly. Actually,
Let's walk and talk. This way. Most exhibits in this museum are of little value. But with a keen eye, it's possible to find a diamond in the rough, so to speak.
Miss Topaz, Bronya's already told us about Belobog's debt situation.
Oh. You two are closer than I expected with her. So, how can I help? Not sure in the arrangement, or...
Help me out here. You know I'm not good at this kind of thing.
I see. I understand. From your point of view, I can see how unreasonable it appears. However, you must understand that debt collection is a big part of my job. I've dealt with cases far more difficult than Belobog's. I appreciate each case has its difficulties, but if I treated every late debtor as a special case, the galaxy's economy would come to a grinding halt. The Strategic Investment Department is well versed in handling such situations. We can offer the debtor various repayment solutions, but Urilla 6 has far exceeded the allotted repayment period. I'm afraid milder solutions aren't the order of the day. So, I proposed to Bronya. Oops, almost gave away trade secrets there, didn't I? That was a close one. The exhibits here are pretty ordinary. I estimate they're probably not worth much. Let's keep moving.
So you're basically saying the Belobogians must pay off their ancestors' debts.
When you think about it, it's just another part of the cycle of life. Wow, look! Is that little critter native to Urilla 6? It's so white and fluffy. Where can I find a live one? I absolutely adore them. Have you guys met Numby yet? Oh, where'd they go? They must be off playing somewhere. Come to think of it, this little guy is on display here probably means it's already extinct, right?
So, Miss Topaz, what exactly will it take for the IPC to go easier on Belobog? Bronya invested so much just to make this world a little better. And now, it feels like all of her efforts will be undone in the blink of an eye. It's just so cruel.
What do you take the IPC for, Miss March? We're just the same as Belobog's architects. We're all followers of the preservation. No matter what solutions we propose, we will always take the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. Otherwise, we'd be no different from the Legion, would we?
So you're saying there's nothing to worry about? But Bronya...
Don't worry yourself too much. The Supreme Guardian is a wise person. She'll understand. But, to answer your question directly, it'd take a miracle. I'll complete the Urilla 6 project no matter what obstacles I encounter.
This isn't going as planned. What should we do?
I wouldn't waste too much energy on this matter. Why not make the most of the festive atmosphere? Oh, looks like one of my colleagues is after me. My apologies, but I should probably take this. Bye!
So, what now? We spent ages trying to convince her and she didn't move an inch. Well, yeah, but she'll be really disappointed. I guess Miss Topaz is just doing her job. And as far as the Express is concerned, I think it'd be unwise to make the IPC our enemy. All these vested interests. So hard to undo any of it. They teach this stuff in school. Wait, did I even go to school? Did someone send you a message? Huh? The IPC are causing trouble in the underworld? Already? Seriously? Topaz was just talking about taking the welfare of the people of Belobog into consideration. And now they're pulling this stunt? You really can't trust these money-hungry IPC suits for a minute. Again? I don't think I have it in me to play the hero today. I guess complaining won't get us anywhere. Let's go lend them a hand.
Wherever there is business, there is Sampo.
Zila!
Hey! Am I glad to see you two here? I'm not sure how much longer we can hold out. It's bad. Really bad. Their weapons and automatons are much stronger than anything we have. Nobody's been seriously hurt, but a few Wildfire members got minor injuries. Fortunately for us, it seems like they were holding back. You see those two in black? They've been guarding the mine entrance. They're not letting anyone in or out. Hey! Just because you have fancy equipment doesn't mean you can bully us! Who do you think you are? What's the matter? Got nothing to say?
What's going on inside the mine? Any ideas?
A few miners made it out earlier. They looked pretty panicked. They said the whole mine had been seized by the people in black. These uninvited guests keep talking about asset evaluation, whatever that means. All I know is that they're seriously disrupting the lives of the Underworlders. Who?
We were just talking to her in the museum.
The person you're talking about. Are they in charge of the people in black? Potaz, Pazto, whatever her name is, she can wait. Right now, the most important thing is to free those trapped in the Great Mine. Are you two with me? Hey, you two! Cat got your tongue or something? If you knew what was best for you, you'd get out of my way!
You guys must be exhausted standing here all day. How about you take a little lunch break? I'm sure the IPC allows that, right? What's their deal?
You two were talking to the director in the snow plains.
So it's you! You're the one who was threatening to take us out in the snow plains! Do you even know who you're talking to? If your boss knows to treat us with respect, you'd better start showing some yourself.
I can't let you pass. My team leader said that if anyone gets through, I'll lose 6 months of performance bonuses.
Team leader? You're even lower on the pecking order than I thought.
Shut up! I spent 7 years on a forsaken asteroid preparing to join the IPC. I went through 17 interviews before they finally hired me. What right do you deadbeats have to criticize me?
IPC? Interviews? I don't know what you're rambling on about, but you're really testing my patience. No need to waste our breath on this idiot. Let's do this.
The sword is like water. It cannot remain still. Bladed flight!
Hide.
Impressive! Watch the face! Strike with heart! Swords descend! Woohoo! That's it? He sure took off quickly.
17 rounds of interviews and these are the best people they can find? What a joke.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've been warned that the ones in the mine won't go down without a fight. Let's set off when you're ready. Ready for action? It's time to kick the IPC out of the underworld. Let's get moving.
Hello, it's Mr. Svarog, isn't it? And this cute little girl must be Clara.
Hello, miss. Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who would have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl? So heartwarming.
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Eurillo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Eurillo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests undefined. Analyzing objectives. Analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, How do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any reason to change it. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Eurilo 6 has a place in the company's long-term strategies. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined as the survival of civilization at a macro level. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand. I will assist you with your plan.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to find ways to ensure the survival of this world. Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
All the miners.
Well,
Hey! The IP. Sounds like you. Steve. Looks like they want.
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us!
Hey, I'm talking to you.
This place.
strike with heart!
More business, eh? What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
Naughty child.
It's time. Blade and flight! Not a scratch.
We're just having fun.
That's better.
I owe you one.
Time for swordplay! Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
More business, eh?
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Uh-huh. Looks like Numpy's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Gumby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, you're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going. Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. You drove the locals out of their homes. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you dare show your face around here again!
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction now. We are all powerful here. You know Topaz? Interesting. It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to anyone not related to this project. In cases where debtors fail to repay within a set time frame, the IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets. We're simply following the rules. What exactly is your problem?
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on it.
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders. Do you think I get to make those kinds of decisions?
Save your breath, March. I never held out any hope of resolving this problem peacefully. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful? Well, now's the perfect chance to show us what you can do.
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for overtime. Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves for my heavy laser cannon!
Help me improve. Blade and flight.
We're just having fun. What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Time for a shot.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Lance at the ready.
More business, eh?
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart.
Nap time.
I'm on guard.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
I owe you one.
How many can you block? Blade and flight.
We're just having fun.
Naughty child.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward!
Time for swordplay. Practice is over. Swords descend.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Nap time.
Lance at the ready.
can you block? Strike with heart!
Hey, watch the face!
Time for a shot.
Nice team. More.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
I can breathe easy again. Not a scratch. Lance ablaze! Lance forward! Time for swordplay!
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Blade and flight!
Naughty child.
Practice is all swords descend!
That's better.
I can
More
breathe
business,
easy
eh?
again.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
I can breathe easy again. I'm on guard.
That hurt.
Lance ablaze! Lance forward! How many can you block? Strike with heart! Ow!
That'll take more than med.
I owe you one. What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Lance at the ready.
Who are you, people?
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Darn it.
Sir, we've just received word from the...
Directive.
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
60%? We're done for. Attention all personnel. Evacuate the mine immediately. Erase all traces of your presence.
So, are we all good here, or what?
Yeah. Judging by the looks on their faces, I don't think they'll be back. So, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem.
It's a... Oh, looks like we... Huh, I get the... Are you coming with us?
Branya missed.
Got it, Z, come on.
These guys don't look like disease.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Billabug might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
That's what friends are for, Branya.
I'm fine. They're moving quickly. Silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked. Look.
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter. Please take a look at the contents. And then
Miss Branya, in your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As my home planet, given these my home, finally, 2 years when I was finally old enough, I am writing to you. I know freedom is how many I have already negotiated. I can understand that for you, but because of this.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
I'm inclined to agree. It's hard to imagine she wrote that letter just to deceive me. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. That thought has crossed my mind, and it comforts me to hear you say that.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone. Why not discuss it with others first?
Topaz hasn't given me. I wanted to put it to I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts. Yes,
We've got your...
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the
You know what I mean.
Well, look who... Uh-oh. Sounds... What? It's okay.
What?
Surprised? Signing the as for,
Thanks for your input.
We meet again. Uh-oh. Sounds serious. Really?
We don't...
Wait. Okay, if it were up... I've looked at... And that's if the building a better...
I see. Thanks for your input.
met the Trailblazer. It's been pretty hectic. You need my opinion. So that's who they are. That's where the madam go.
We're here to...
Why, I'd refuse. Look at. Faced with this, you must warn...
Soldier, thanks for your input. Did we miss anyone in the overworld? From what I...
It's getting late. Where to now?
What brings you? Seems a little out of...
No
I've thought about. I won't deny. But even so, living in the under...
Wow, another vote for the...
But let me get... Well, ask... I see. That's a...
Mr.
Want to hear that? If this... Have you considered what worries me?
Huh. Thank you for your...
Miss March.
Hey there,
Mistress.
What? What? True.
Huh?
It's alright.
Because everyone just taking...
You're... just thanks, Clara. All that running around has worn me out. So, the final conclusion is... The votes are Oh, right! She's...
Back so soon? Are you... I can tell from your...
Yeah.
Right.
As it's...
In that...
What?
I thought no matter the... I'll
Understood. It's time...
Right. If she asks you.
Well, it's all in Bronya's hands now. She has to make the final call. Right?
It's getting late. Where to now?
Whoa, the fort's packed. I've never seen this many people here before.
March. So?
What was the... Did you come...
It's pretty much the time has come.
Enough! All of you! I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But... aren't you...
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Miss Himiko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. Things might have turned out differently without your support. If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite exceptional.
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel. I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himiko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival. But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himiko. This information is of great help. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Branya.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation. I need some time to rally all the residents in the city, and then I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Gepard should be waiting. Here we go again.
It's getting late. Where to now?
The Supreme Guardian ready to enter Rivet. Keep your guards up.
Destination reached.
Well, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons.
Affirmative.
No wonder we couldn't. Wait a minute.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
I would like to ask you a question, too. If the IPC does not...
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with the stellar... On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express... A looming
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have...
Emotional readings, while my opinion on the...
If only my... Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing.
Topaz disappeared.
The IP...
You're right, Miss.
Tom?
I'll explain later.